Hey guys, Mustached here, and welcome back to some more of Dynasty Warriors Orgins. Last time, Gorgia has died. So I have a favor to ask of you. I've heard that among your possessions there's a certain article of immense value. Would you mind letting me look at it? I'm very much looking forward to seeing such a treasure, and meeting you, of course. I have a fascination with items of beauty, but I admit that you are just as intriguing to me.
Thank you. It was an incredibly valuable experience to be able to see such a precious item. As it happens, I was requested to provide something similar. Alas, no one makes them anymore.
No,
but now that I've had a chance to see it up close, I just might be able to recreate it.
Impressive.
It should be quite a gratifying task. Many hold my artistic taste in high regard. If this goes well, I'm sure that many among the upper class will take note. What compelled me to sneak out of my residence, and then the castle, was a desire to broaden my horizons. But now I'm thinking, why not flourish where I already am, and cause the world around me to expand instead? It's something I've considered deeply for some time. Do you think that's arrogant?
Not at all.
Coming from you, those words wash away all my doubts. I wish I could lean on your shoulder and close my eyes.
No!
Could we go and have a look at the market? In secret, of course, so that we can see how the common folk behave naturally. In fact, I insist that we go.
That's right, that's right.
Oh, don't you know that the trends change suddenly? And so too does a woman's heart. Our companionship shall become an open secret. Until now, we have merely been friends. Please, let us change that.
Literally romance, though. Like, I don't know how else to put that one. Everybody's swooning.
Forgive me for the sudden intrusion.
So this is where you've been.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad to see you again. A lot has happened since we last met. Would you be willing to listen to my story? I was a wandering swordsman, and Lord Liu Bei took me under his wing. He placed his trust in me, a nobody, and made me a strategist. In return, I worked as hard as I could to justify that trust. It wasn't long before my efforts were noticed by Lord Cao Cao. I was half forced to become his vassal, and thus here I am.
Half force?
Truth be told, it's a story that I'm not yet ready to tell. Perhaps when time passes and the resentment fades, I'll be ready. What weighs the heaviest on me is knowing that I abandoned Lord Liu Bei. He trusted me, and I owe him a great deal. But there are better men than me in Jing. The Sleeping Dragon, and Fledgling Phoenix, for example. With such men at his side, ready to serve and fight for him, Lord Liu Bei will surely start to amass power and move up in the world. Then, sooner or later, he and Lord Cao Cao will become adversaries. When the fateful moment comes, I wonder if I will be able to fight the man I respect more than any other. Listen to me prattle. Forgive me. I suspect I'll be like this the next time we meet
is now the shifted over.
It's been a long road, thinking back on it. We defeated Zhang Jiao, brought down Dong Zhuo, vanquished Yuan Shu, Lu Bu, and Yuan Shao too. I knew from the beginning that this war of conquest Cao Cao chose would require us to eliminate our rivals, but somehow along the way, the world has changed.
It sure has.
Yes, and it's going to keep changing too, as long as Cao Cao continues to follow this path. But you know what? I think I like it, this changing world. The North has practically been brought to heel. Now it's time to turn to the South, our next battle.
My lords, it is almost time. Everyone is gathering in the war room.
Fine, we'll be right there.
Let's go.
With Yuan Shang's defeat, Hebei is now firmly in our hands. Soon it will be time to march on Jing.
Jing is the key. Whatever else happens, the man who controls that region can control the entire realm.
Liu Biao is ineffectual, a weak leader. But he has Liu Bei as his son. Liu Bei, of course.
You look pleased, my lord.
Yes. From the beginning, I thought he might be the one with the ability to stop me.
Damn.
For a while, it seemed he had given up, lost his appetite for the fight. But it appears that is no longer the case.
I've been thinking this for some time now. But you're actually fond of him, aren't you?
Well, he has something that I don't.
What's that?
The power to move people with emotion rather than reason. That makes him unpredictable, and all the more dangerous for it. I must defeat him. Until I do, my rule will never truly be secure. Xiahou, I want you to take an advance force into Jing.
Understood.
You too. I want you to go with him.
Alright.
You know Liu Bei better than any of us. Perhaps you'll know how best to defeat him.
Boom! Po! Ah, it's the reverse. We're doing a reverse battle. Oh boy. Cao Cao kept Xingye County, Nanyang Commandery, Jing Province.
By the by, we have received reports that Liu Bei has employed a new military strategist. Have you heard about this?
Chushu mentioned something.
The Sleeping Dragon and Fledgling Phoenix, I think. They must be very talented men. Walking around with such grand nicknames. I believe one of the two, either the Sleeping Dragon or Fledgling Phoenix, now serves Liu Bei as a strategist. Perhaps you know this already, but I mention it just in case. My intuition is usually right about this kind of thing. Jing has been long known to attract the best warriors. I hope we can convince them to join our cause. If Liu Bei does indeed have a military strategist, it may complicate things significantly. All the more reason, of course, for us to strike while the iron is hot, and march into Jing.
Everyone here?
Looks like we're all here. Let's get started then. Within the house of Yuan, eliminated in our solid foundation in Hebei, Cao Cao is finally ready to begin his conquest of Jing Province. As the vanguard in this campaign, we must carve a path to Jing for our forces.
Yes.
As expected, our main obstacle is Liu Bei. He claims to be the protector of Jing. We're here to strip him of that title. I'll be commanding our forces personally. Bear that in mind. If I am defeated, the battle is lost. As it stands, the advantage is ours. We outnumbered the enemy, so our forces will be deployed to surround Liu Bei and crush him. Yu Jin will advance from the northwest and Yuan from the southeast. Strike Liu Bei swiftly and decisively.
Yes.
Leave it to us. My troops will be the first in line to strike their main force.
Okay.
You got it. Speed is my specialty. They aren't going to know what hit them. We will overwhelm the enemy overwhelm the center with numbers. I want you, Jin, and Liu Dan to take the rear guard position and solidify our formation. Understood. I will complete this task without fail.
Yes.
I understand. It's just that, it's hard for me to say, but I'm getting a bad feeling about this fight. There are rumors that Liu Bei has employed a strategist, so I think we should just be on the lookout for tricks and traps.
Right.
Yes, I agree. We'll need to keep an eye out on how the enemy moves during battle. Natsu, that's where you come in. Adapting to the situation on the battlefield is what you do best. As a mobile unit, you can handle any tricks the enemy has planned. Won't let you down.
Yes.
Good. Move freely and fight as you see fit. Your eyes allow you to read the battlefield like no other. Now then, we will begin as soon as everyone's ready. It's time to take Jing Providence and get one step closer to supremacy.
Victor, go and get them.
To battle.
Once we take G, the supremacy of Cao Cao will be close at hand. To battle! Cut down all who stand in our way!
I believe in the wisdom and bravery of my people. We will stop the rampage of Cao Cao's forces together.
It is just as Lord Chibi said. Archers, let your arrows fill the sky.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
With these arrows raining down on us.
Well done! Most impressive!
There they are. Just like Lord Chibi told us. Let's get serious.
The enemy officer has
By
been
ambushing
defeated.
us here, we must have taken our offensive too far.
Set a trap for us. This won't be as easy as I'd hoped.
The enemy has stopped our allies from advancing. There's nothing in our way, so let's go. Too much for us to handle. Fall back!
The time is up. Look around. You are alone. You don't even stand a chance.
I'm starting to get fatigued. This rate. All my might.
Where did I go wrong?
The enemy officer
Things don't look too
has been
good.
defeated.
I know now how ill-prepared I was. I will retreat.
Regret that I must implore you for aid like this. Your presence sets my mind at ease.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I won't forget this. The rain of arrows has stopped. We'll retreat for now and regroup. This appears to be as far as we go. This is tough. No matter how you slice it.
Let's go. Their ranks are coming apart at the center. Exploit the weakness with relentless force. Let's march!
There's something off about how this is playing out. I'm usually right about this sort of thing.
Lose hard, and you lose the fight. No giving up. To the bitter end. No use acting tough with you. Give me a hand here. This is how you do it. So, you're my adversary. Let's do it. I'm not holding back.
I go on with you, joining the fray. Turn the tide of this battle to ourselves. For us to head out too. We ought to do just as the tactician tells us. No matter how irritating it is,
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's cover some ground.
as long as we take out Liu Bei, the reinforcements will not matter. We'll punch through the center of their lines and settle this at last.
Whoa! I just felt a sense of foreboding. Lord Eugene, we should go fight off the reinforcements.
Let us be vigilant, as we do not have time to handle anything unexpected.
Begin the advance!
There's no way you can catch up, so don't bother chasing me.
See ya!
Time to end this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Neither my heart nor my spear have broken. Show me again.
See ya!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must retreat.
I hate to admit it, but really Dynasty.
See ya!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You've come to assist me. Have my thanks and my admiration. Your aid is most welcome.
Take this. Gotta be quicker than that. Got this.
You may not be able to make it through this.
Take this.
Another one.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this.
I am ready.
Cross here.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Take this. Got this.
Woo!
I've been waiting very well. The enemy officer has been defeated.
I have failed our enemy.
Let's go.
What a comeback. Their strategy did technically succeed, but in the end it still the war still went to our side.
Let's go.
This is going well. The enemy is cowing to our might.
Cowing?
Let's go.
Everything is proceeding as I had expected. Your actions do not surprise me in the least.
Showing the out, we're gonna stop to your speed. Let us fight!
Never stood much chance of winning here. But it matters not.
I will resist with every sliver of strength that remains in me.
Okay. Time to act. Got this.
See ya!
Enemy officer, that has been defeated.
The advance of Cao Cao's forces will now slow.
Get out of here, Liu Bei.
We've done what we can. I only hope that we've bought enough time to defend Jing.
We've emerged victorious. That was too close. Looks like the Liu Bei has gained a formidable asset.
Yes. All right.
This is taking longer than it should. They've been flexible and adaptable, deploying their forces in ways that play to their strengths. I'm loath to admit it, but they're a formidable foe.
It seems that with every fight, their individual forces appear to be growing stronger. Liu Bei's army is nothing like the stories we've heard. Can this military strategist of theirs, this Zhuge Liang, be making such a difference?
I think so. Cao Cao said that Liu Bei's greatest strength is his ability to sway people with emotion. Now that Zhuge Liang is working for them, something might have changed in Liu Bei's heart, and the hearts of those who follow him.
A warrior's fighting spirit and his heart are one and the same. A weapon wielded without passion is mere tempered iron, but a weapon guided by a fighting spirit is terrifying, even in the hands of a child.
Damn.
If you say so, I prefer to leave such thoughts to the philosophers while men like us focus on action. So let's bring back a full report on the battle and let Cao Cao and his strategists muse over the explanations, eh?
I'm a strategist when I need to be, and I'm a warrior when I need to be. I'm just the all-around guy, you know?
So this is about Zhuge Liang.
Yes. You're old acquaintances, aren't you? Can you tell me about him? What kind of man is he?
Eccentric without question, but also a genius of the highest order. I'm clever enough, I won't deny it, but I could never match the depth of his understanding and insights.
A genius, huh? Can you tell me more?
How about a story? This was a long time ago, back when we were students. There was a group of us, including myself and Zhuge Liang. We were discussing our futures, and Zhuge Liang was telling us what we would become. You'll be a governor, you a regional official, and so on. He doled out our destinies with a look of amusement. Then one of our classmates interrupted and asked, "What about you?" Zhuge Liang stopped, turned to our classmate and said, "Me? Why, I'll become neither governor nor magistrate. I'll be the next Guanzhong. Or maybe Yue Yi."
He said that? Guanzhong was the chancellor of Qi, and Yue Yi, the military ruler of Yan. They are great heroes of the past, each truly singular.
My classmate scoffed at his reply. After all, he couldn't be serious, could he? He was a mere scribe, just like them. But now, years later, here we are. The classmates who laughed at Zhuge Liang have gone on to do exactly as he foretold.
Damn.
Sounds like it was more than guesswork on his part.
When my classmates claimed that he was just making random guesses, he laughed at them. Will he go down in history as a peerless military strategist? I truly believe he has the skills to make that happen. But only one man truly knows him and understands his genius. The fledgling phoenix, Pan Dong.
I see. Our military strategists are clever men, masters of their trade. But it seems he may be at another level entirely.
I heard he has been living as a hermit, holed up somewhere. It would not be an easy task to speak with him.
Lord Cao Cao said that Liu Bei's strength was his ability to sway people with emotion, yes? Perhaps this alliance is proof of that. Thank you for telling me this. It's given me another headache, to be sure. But it's always better to be informed.
Is Li Dian supposed to be a new strategist or just a warrior? I guess not. He's not.
We've been victorious in the initial stage of our invasion of Qi, but I suspect we may yet face a challenge.
This Zhuge Liang, the sleeping dragon as they call him, is a worthy adversary. We drove Liu Bei out of Runan and into Jing province. A victory, yes, but one which we may come to regret in the coming weeks.
But Liu Bei has not taken control of Jing. After Liu Biao succumbed to his illness, his son, Liu Song, inherited the province. A blessing in disguise, you might say.
Liu Bei should have taken the chance to seize the province for himself, but luckily for us, he is not that sort of man. He let the opportunity slip by. No matter how many geniuses he gathers around himself, ultimately, he lacks true ruthlessness. In a way, it's one of his strengths, but also his greatest weakness.
Indeed. It's been a recurring pattern across his career. Because of it, he's never managed to seize land to serve as his base. If he ever did, if he were to become the ruler of a province, then he would be a major threat.
Yes, I agree. Shishu, you have counsel for me?
No, my lord. Not at this time.
Then I shall send a great army to quash Liu Bei now, lest he turn Jing into a fortress. We must slay the serpent before it can gather the clouds around it and become a dragon.
Jamban! Is this another flipped battle? I think so, right?
Well, here you are.
No, this is new. Okay. I can tell just by where its placement is in the... No, wait, no, it is a flipped battle, never mind. Time to flip a battle. Shangyang Castle, Shangyang County, non-commandery, Jing Province.
Liu Song was surprisingly quick to make his decision. He hung his head and surrendered as soon as he realized his cause was lost. Liu Bei and his people escaped from Xiangyang. Now he is heading for Jiangxiang, no doubt to appeal for aid from Liu Qi, Liu Song's older brother.
Liu Bei and his people?
Oh.
That is unusual. For both the leader and the peasants who willingly follow him.
Not for Liu Bei. He has the power to sway people to his will. It is not surprising he is able to command such loyalty.
I would scarce believe it possible, but the evidence is there before us, and I cannot deny it. Now quickly, gather your best men and go after him. We cannot let him reach Jiangxia under any circumstances.
So this is everyone who can make it. I must not have given enough notice. No matter, I'll start by explaining the situation. After we invaded Jing Province, Governor Liu Cheng offered his surrender. We are safely assuming that this puts Jing in the hands of Cao Cao. However, the victory has been tainted. Many of the peasants followed Liu Bei after he fled from Liu Cheng's side. Liu Bei refused to leave them behind, so they started marching together. For the people to leave their homeland before like that, they must admire Liu Bei greatly. This isn't the first time his appeal has led to such unforeseen circumstances. We must end him before he can weaponize this charisma. Right now, we only have Zhang Liao, me, and you, Matsu. The rest of our allies will arrive eventually, but it will be terrible to have to wait and watch Liu Bei escape right before our eyes. So for now, if It's just the three of us. We're going after him. Only engage the enemy to get them out of the way. Choose your battles wisely and keep going, no matter what anyone says to you. We are joining Cao Cao on his path to supremacy, and that means what we must be ready to be feared. I understand. Yes, I suppose you always do speak your mind, but that only further demonstrates the value of your alliance with Cao Cao. The sooner we catch up to Liu Bei, the better, but after we cross Changnam Bridge, the terrain will be a challenge. That's where you come in, Matt, so your eyes will be a real asset. If you read the movement of the wind, you may be able to find unseen paths that will let us take Liu Bei by surprise. Enough talk, we need to move out before Liu Bei slips beyond our grasp.
Victory on the...
Go
get them!
Don't have time to worry about the peasants. Hurry after Liu Bei.
Some soldiers! Someone help us!
Finally caught up. Now to go after Liu Bei.
Let's run where we can. Let's get serious.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I should hold him here.
But very well. You want to return alive and unharmed, you hear?
Lord Liu Bei. Bring me down first.
Share your spirit. We will pass. Mark my words.
Somebody, please help! Lord Liu Bei's son, Arnold! He's been left behind!
See you.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
You hold the position here. So bring back Arnold. Forward, march!
Coward the servants of Cao Cao. Heed my words.
What are my conditions? Oh.
The enemy officer has been defeated. We have to cut them off just like Lord Yashu said. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go. All right, let's catch up to Liu Bei while we can. We cannot stop here. We must keep pushing on. Back in air. He stands alone. Surround him. Then bring it on. I'll take you all on at once. The enemy officer has been defeated unharmed. I shall protect you with my life. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Woo!
I have to fight you. All right, let's do this. The battle is more. Look, Cao Cao soldiers have got away. Quickly, let's go flee now while we can.
Bye, Zhang Fei. Oh.
Thought you could just get past me? I'll never reach Liu Bei. Mighty Zhang Fei again. Let's go. Got this. Let's get serious. Got this. There you
retreat for now. I hope you can get away safely, brother.
You've come at the right time. Can you lend a hand here? The dragon burning with fury. I will rip apart any who dare to get in my way!
This blade was cutting nothing but air. Truly formidable.
Oh, my lord.
Our forces are to pursue him with every man available. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Sounds reinforced. It's over for us to catch up.
See ya.
Let's hurry. Goddess, Chibi, you've made it. Discussions in Jiangxia went well, I take it?
My apologies for the wait.
Without issue. Lord Guan Yu should arrive in due time with reinforcements. Let's get serious. The enemy officer has indicated that this is after all the sacrifices my comrades have made for me, this is how I live them. Lord Liu Bei, we'll hold them off. Escape what we can. Children and grandchildren, we show them a world in which they can live freely and without strife.
See ya.
Officer, my word to freedom. Well, I will make it reality.
So he managed to get away. A man of Liu Bei's capabilities is a threat indeed.
Darn. He got away.
So, Liu Bei's escaped us again.
I truly thought we had him. It should have been over.
So now what?
There's no point continuing this chase any further. We would just be sacrificing more men.
It pains me to say it, but I agree. I'll gather our troops and withdraw to Shenyang.
Good. Liu Bei, just as I foresaw, you have become the main obstacle standing in my way. But if you insist on taking to the skies like a dragon, you leave me no choice but to shoot you
Liu
down.
Bei the dragon.
It is down to fate now.
Sun Jian the tiger. What is Cao Cao in animal
Find
form?
out once and for all which of us has been chosen.
That has always been unclear to me.
What a battle. I can scarcely believe all that happened. Lord Zhao Yun, charging alone through Cao Cao's camp. Lord Zhang Fei, standing alone and fighting what seemed like an entire army, despite knowing the danger. The people of Shenyang were following Lord Liu Bei, all the way to Jiangxia. I doubt anyone ever imagined such a thing was possible. And you?
Only Liu Bei could accomplish that.
Yes, exactly. I think so too. Only those who have experienced it themselves can understand the mysterious sway that Lord Liu Bei holds over the people. People's hearts are a strange and puzzling thing. With heart alone, a mediocre warrior can transform himself into an army of one, while powerless peasants can be turned into a mighty army. That is why Cao Cao fears Lord Liu Bei, his power to sway the hearts of the people. That alone makes him more formidable than the mightiest warrior. But then, hearts are also fickle and change like the wind. Lord Cao Cao seeks to govern the world with reason. This is a firmer foundation. That is why I believe he is the stronger of the two. But which of these two ways will sway the people? Which path does the world seek from its heroes? Perhaps the next battle will provide the answer.
Never truly knowing the answer.
Well,
has moved from Zhangsha to Fangkou. He may be seeking refuge with the Sun clan.
The Sun clan. They were in their prime under Sun Ce, but since the succession, they have been weakened by internal conflict and intrigue.
that said, Wu remains one of the most powerful forces in the realm today, comparable only to ourselves and to Liu Jiang of Bashu. I imagine Liu Bei is carefully considering who to ally with against us. Liu Jiang or Sun Quan?
Of those two, Sun Quan is the clear choice. Consider his officers, Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Heng Dong, followed by Zhou Yu and Lu Su. A fine mix of age and wisdom with youth and intelligence.
Yes, but we have the superior force and an overwhelming advantage in numbers. We could try to contact Wu and ask for their surrender.
Yes, if they were wise and the terms were fair, they would surely consider it, especially once they see the size of our army.
It's worth a try.
Send an envoy. Sun Jian or Sun Ce would simply reject the offer no matter the terms. But with Sun Quan in charge, perhaps they will listen to reason.
And if they do refuse our terms, we will simply apply pressure on the Sun clan and fracture their coalition.
Yes, and while we wait for a reply, we can continue training our naval forces.
Our troops are men of the plains, not the sea. We need experienced naval officers to make them into seafarers.
Wu is located on the banks of the Yangtze River, and they likely have sailors aplenty. Whereas I doubt our army holds a single experienced mariner.
Perhaps we could enlist the help of the officers we captured in Jing. Many of them are well versed in naval matters.
We have little choice in the matter. We cannot avoid a fight on the river and will need their aid. Reorganize our forces, taking into account our disadvantage on the water. We want as many ships and men as we can afford. This may be our only opportunity to smash those who oppose us in one fell swoop. We cannot afford to let it slip from our grasp.
Cao Cao sent a letter urging Sun Quan to surrender. The reply he received days later was a clear refusal. Rejected. Those who resist must be obliterated. Calmly, Cao Cao issues the order. The Battle of Chibi is about to begin.
I did not expect them to reject our terms. A wandering general with barely an army to his name convinced them to join him in fighting the greatest army in the realm.
By sheer force of will, he's dragged a whole nation into his war. Liu Bei's is as troublesome as I feared.
What say you, my lord? It is no small matter to go to war against a nation as powerful as Wu.
It changes nothing. Our goal remains the same. We will continue the naval training and trust in our strategy to win the day. If we fool ourselves into thinking he is guided by anything other than emotion and instinct, the road to victory will be hard. We can only defeat Liu Bei with our own logic and reason.
Head over to Cao Cao's camp. Oh boy. Ah, it's this is cutscene. Okay, we don't need to see that. Cao Cao Camp Chibi. Shangsha, Commander Jing Province. Oh, hey, Peng Tong.
Why, if it isn't Shishu? How long has it been?
Peng Tong, what brings you here?
So what convinced him this time? Was it just using Alien because I'm not there anymore?
Cao Cao has asked me to join his army.
You too, eh?
You don't sound pleased, Shishu. As long as I've known you, you've always chosen the difficult road. I wish you'd try doing what you want more often.
What I want? Well, that's easier said than done. I'm no sleeping dragon, nor am I a fledgling phoenix. I've neither talons to catch the clouds, nor wings to soar through the sky. I'm bound to land, a humble woodlouse hurrying about its business.
No man is without shackles, no matter how free he thinks he is. That goes for peasants, generals, and yes, even Shugalian. But even shackled, it is up to each of us to decide how to make the most of our situation.
Oh?
Yes, dragons and phoenixes soar through the sky, but we must not overlook the mice and lice scurrying upon the ground. They may sometimes gaze up at the great flying beasts with envy, but then they grit their teeth and carry on with their own business. That is how you've always been, and I admire you for it.
Lord Pantong, Lord Cao Cao wishes to see you. He is waiting in his tent.
Ah, duty calls, and this old phoenix must heed the summons. Until next time, then.
Pantong.
Whew.
Ah, it's you. Well, I suppose it's only natural we'd run into each other.
Why are you here?
Simple. I'm in Lord Cao Cao's service now. When two men have different aspirations, it's only natural that they each follow their own path, which is what we've decided to do. These are turbulent times, after all. Your own path's taken a few twists and turns, hasn't it? No man under heaven has the right to gainsay another man's path. Not when he's chosen it of his own volition. This path that I'm on now, well, it's the one I've chosen, and I won't be stepping off it, no matter what anyone says.
We have enough ships and enough men. We also have the fledgling Phoenix's plan and an insider. We've done all we can to prepare.
But even so, the joint forces of Sintren and Liu Bei are deployed on the Yangtze River and at Chibi, ready and waiting for our assault. Soldiers are valuable, not to be sacrificed. If the enemy were wise, they would never fight a battle that they thought they were destined to lose.
So you're saying they see a path to victory?
In numbers, we have the overwhelming advantage, but we must entertain the idea that they have devised the means to level the odds.
That makes sense. But what could it be?
Here, what worries me most is the chance of a fire attack. A massive fleet of vessels, packed tight on a river, will be a tempting target. But such an attack is risky. It's more than just setting a few fires amongst the enemy. Flame is a fickle enemy. Depending on the direction of the wind, the blaze can easily be swept towards one's own ships and men. The great Sun Tzu himself warned that fire attacks should only be used under certain circumstances.
The direction
Sun Tzu, the art of war.
seemed to preclude the possibility of a fire attack. For this reason, I too support Lord Pantong's proposal. We should chain our ships together and form a stable platform across the river.
This would address the problem of our soldiers getting seasick. But what if the winds were to change direction?
I doubt that would happen. It's not impossible, I grant you that, but still, unlikely.
Which is why we will be counting on you. We may have cause to call upon your power as the guardian of peace.
Oh, of course.
You have the power to read the movement of the air itself, yes? Which means you'll be able to tell us the instant the winds change direction.
I'll try.
Thank you. We are counting on you.
I've been relying on your extraordinary talents for a long time now. Ever since we fought the Yellow Turbans many moons ago. You mustn't forget that more than any man, I know exactly what you're capable of. Now is the time to claim the mantle of greatness. After all, you are my Siluan, remember?
Yes, that's why I joined you last. Battle of Chibi. Alright. That's where we're gonna end it, right before the finale. If you ended up enjoying that, then please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, not the finale, because we gotta do Dan Wei's path. I gotta figure out how to save him. I'll probably have to look that up, but first the Battle of Chibi on Wei's side, finally. But yeah, until next time, do all the links in the description. Patreon, PayPal, and all that is all there. And links in the description of all that good stuff with all that, yeah. And until next time, everyone, bye-bye.